Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today. Hello everyone, checking in on gold and some of the miners, daily, weekly, every time frame except only 3 of them, so not anywhere near every time frame. But looking at gold, the bears were in full force again today. As soon as we broke the low of Sunday, 13.1810, the bears took over, and this isn't even showing all of the downside because not sure when stock charts ends the day, but we'll look at it on a different time frame because we're now down at 13.12. This is the must hold level. Look at these supports, 13.0820, 13.1070, must hold levels. If we lose those, big time setback for the bulls. So bulls need to show up in full force defending these levels. You can see on the weekly we consolidated, set a lower high, and if we break that 1310 level, we're going to set a lower high and a lower low. Won't be game over. We still have the middle Bollinger Band support, the 200-week support, but definitely would be concerning if 1310 were to break. So gold on the hourly oversold. The RSI is under 20. Gold on the 4-hour chart oversold. The RSI is down in the lower 20s. And I'm watching this downtrend resistance line on the 4-hour chart, and it rejected the price at the high of today. It's currently around 13.22. And even if we see a bounce, we could see a $8 bounce from where we currently stand. Bulls need to get above this downtrend resistance line and start to set some higher lows and higher highs. Ever since this pullback from 1360, it's been very clear lower highs and lower lows. And that trend needs to change to favor the bulls. So the miners got killed today. And that is because the markets showed some weakness and gold showed some weakness at the same time. And I say it every time. Whenever you have gold in the market going in the same direction, miners react in a big way. Here is when the miners were bullish because gold and the market were both bullish. And now we're seeing the opposite with some market pullback and a big gold pullback. So we lost all support established last week. And we're looking down here, NUGT, the low from the end of June, 1847. We dipped below it, but we closed above it, so we maintained that support. The lower Bollinger Band resistance, if we were to close or if we were to open tomorrow right here, we would be looking for this lower Bollinger Band to become support, just because it's dropping so rapidly. Looking at JNUG, it is still well above those lows from June, end of June low down here. We're looking at 1520, so we are still almost 2%, or make that almost 10% above that level. And actually, we're over 10%. Math not working in my brain right now. So 1520, 1720, over 10% higher than that low from June, showing the junior miners are stronger than the senior miners. But same scenario with the lower Bollinger Band resistance. Bulls need to regain the 100-day moving average as support up at 1975. And these miners certainly seeing a whole lot of weakness and need to turn things around. And it's going to be up to gold to turn things around. So let's look at these miners on the weekly. We can see JNUG now has a lower low. And as long as we maintain the higher low of way down here at 961, the overall uptrend will remain intact. So that puts things in perspective. We could pull back another $7 and still be forming a higher low on the longer term trend looking at all of 2016. So we were pretty overdone to the upside, and that's why this pullback seems so brutal. And we had a bearish MACD cross. We've got the middle Bollinger Band being back tested and rejecting as resistance. So there's not much going in favor of the minor bulls, except for the fact that we are anticipating gold to bounce overnight, because all of these RSIs are so oversold. So we'll be looking for some upside in these miners tomorrow to cool off those oversold. Now, it could just be a short-term oversold bounce, which certainly we've seen plenty of times. And it's going to require a break of this downtrend 4-hour resistance line in order for me to view anything as more than just a short-term bounce. So we'll keep checking in. It's a nice rally at the end of the day for the miners. While gold continued to drop, there was definitely a decoupling between the miners and gold at the end of the day. So if we see gold bounce, we'll see if that adds some extra fuel to the miners' bounce. And we'll check back in. Have a great night.